the rise and impact of Uber. In the modern era, few companies have changed the way we move like Uber. Revolutionizing transportation with just a few taps on a smartphone, Uber bridged the gap between passengers and drivers through an innovative app, fundamentally altering the way we navigate urban spaces and redefining the once rigid taxi industry. From ride-sharing services to food delivery, the company's scope expanded rapidly. However, Uber's journey wasn't without bumps in the road. Legal battles, leadership struggles, and safety concerns added turbulence to its meteoric rise. Uber's story begins in 2009 when two ambitious entrepreneurs, Travis Kalanick and Garrett Camp, envisioned a groundbreaking new way to hail a ride. After a frustrating experience trying to find a taxi on a cold winter night in Paris, they were determined to solve the inefficiencies of traditional transportation. They developed Uber Cab, an app designed to simplify urban travel by allowing users to summon nearby cars with the push of a button. What started as an experiment in San Francisco's tech-savvy community quickly gained attention for its convenience and innovation. Within months, Uber Cab became the talk of the city, and soon the company was poised to disrupt the transportation industry worldwide. Rapid growth and expansion. Narrator: Uber's success was nothing short of meteoric. Within just a few short years, the app expanded across major US cities, offering a cheaper, faster, and more convenient alternative to traditional taxis. The simplicity of its user interface, combined with the flexibility it provided to both passengers and drivers, catapulted Uber into the spotlight. But Uber wasn't content with dominating American streets. It set its sights on the global market. Soon, the company launched in major cities from London to Sydney, disrupting the taxi industry. Uber's arrival wasn't met with open arms by everyone. Traditional taxi companies, which had long held a monopoly over urban transportation, saw Uber as an existential threat. In city after city, protests erupted as taxi drivers, facing rapidly declining revenues, rallied against what they saw as unfair competition. The clash between Uber and the taxi industry wasn't just about business. It became a symbol of the larger struggle between old-world regulations and new-world technology. Governments found themselves in a bind, grappling with outdated regulations that weren't designed to address the nuances of ride-sharing services. Licensing fees, insurance requirements, and driver background check disrupting the taxi industry. Uber's arrival wasn't welcomed by everyone, especially in cities where traditional taxi companies had long dominated the streets. Taxi operators viewed Uber as an existential threat, fearing that the app's cheaper fares and greater accessibility would undercut their livelihoods. Protests quickly broke out in cities from New York to Paris, with taxi drivers blocking roads, organizing strikes, and demanding government intervention. In some cases, these demonstrations turned violent, highlighting the deep resentment brewing within the industry. At the same time, governments struggled to adapt their outdated regulations to this new disruptive model. Issues surrounding driver licensing, insurance, and safety standards raised concerns, with some cities attempting to ban or restrict Uber's operations. Despite these mounting challenges, Uber remained undeterred. Armed with legal teams and public support, the company pressed forward, convinced that its innovative approach and disruptive potential would ultimately prevail, reshaping the transportation industry for good. Uber's meteoric success was accompanied by significant internal turmoil. The company's always be hustling culture, while driving aggressive expansion and innovation, in 2017, sexual harassment allegations surfaced, leading to multiple investigations and high-profile resignations, severely damaging the company's public image. Meanwhile, Uber came under scrutiny for its handling of user privacy, with unsettling revelations that it tracked users' data even after rides ended. Further controversy arose with the exposure of the Greyball program, a clandestine tool used to evade authorities in cities where Uber was banned or faced regulatory restrictions. These scandals not only tarnished Uber's reputation, but also highlighted the darker side of the company's rapid rise to power. Leadership crisis. At the core of Uber's fast-paced, high-pressure culture was its CEO and co-founder, Travis Kalanick. Known for his bold, hard-charging leadership style, Kalanick embodied the win-at-all-costs mentality that propelled Uber to global dominance. However, his tenure was marred by a series of controversies, from the company's internal scandals to public relations disasters. Allegations of a toxic work environment, mishandling of harassment claims, and Uber's aggressive tactics led to the departure of several top executives. Uber needed a fresh start, and it found one in Dara Khosrowshahi. The former Expedia CEO took the helm in 2017, bringing with him a reputation for steady leadership and a renewed focus on ethics and compliance. Khosrowshahi immediately set out to repair Uber's fractured relationship with regulators and overhaul its tarnished public image. He worked to instill a more transparent and accountable corporate culture, emphasizing integrity over the aggressive tactics of the past. Internally, he implemented new policies to combat harassment and foster a healthier work environment. Externally, Khosrowshahi led efforts to engage with city officials and policymakers, aiming to ensure Uber operated within legal frameworks. In 2019, Uber made its initial public offering, marking one of the most highly anticipated tech debuts of the decade. With a massive valuation of over $80 billion, Uber faced a number of ongoing challenges. Investors were concerned about the company's ability to achieve profitability, as Uber continued to report significant losses due to aggressive expansion and high operational costs. Another critical issue was the classification of its drivers, whether they should be treated as employees entitled to benefits and protections or remain independent contractors, threatening the core of Uber's business model. At the same time, Uber sought to diversify its offerings, expanding into food delivery with Uber Eats. The service quickly became a key growth driver, especially as demand for food delivery surged, helping Uber broaden its reach beyond ride-sharing and into new markets. Uber's influence is undeniable and multifaceted. The company not only revolutionized transportation, but also played a transformative role in shaping the gig economy. By introducing a platform that allowed people to work flexibly, Uber provided millions of drivers with the opportunity to earn income on their own terms, fundamentally disrupting traditional employment models. The convenience of ride-hailing services has become an integral part of city life, offering a streamlined alternative to traditional taxi services. This transformation has made it easier for people to navigate bustling urban centers with greater efficiency and flexibility. Uber's rise has also spurred a broader shift in how cities approach transportation and mobility, influencing the development of new technologies and infrastructure. For aspiring tech startups, Uber's story provides both inspiration and valuable lessons. It exemplifies the potential for groundbreaking innovation to reshape entire industries and create new opportunities. At the same time, Uber's journey underscores the importance of balancing rapid growth with ethical leadership and long-term sustainability. The company's experiences highlight the need for startups to navigate complex regulatory landscapes, address social responsibilities, and build resilient business models that can withstand scrutiny and adapt to evolving challenges. Today, Uber remains a dominant force in the transportation industry, but its path forward is still uncertain. Will it overcome challenges like profitability and regulation, or will it struggle to find the balance it seeks? One thing is for sure, Uber's journey is far from over, and its legacy will be felt for decades to come.